Alright, hey, we are now on turn number 43, and quite a bit of combat happening this turn. All the way up on these messages, no magic sites found, very typical. Right here, looks like, I believe this Wraith Lord, kind of jumped on top of, this army. It looks like, yeah, it was a ritual jump. And this is the army that has the melee Sauromancer and White Mage, and well, obviously we can see right here the White Mage died, and the Wraith Lord died as well, but not before getting 76 kills. So let's just go ahead and show how. I'm just going to show you how this could have gone a lot better um, uh, for the Statis team. So yeah, right here we got them. They have the Herald Lance. They're buffing up their spells on, just their units. This fella right here has a Medallion of Vengeance, which does 20 armor piercing, AoE 10 fire damage when it dies. He has Shambler armor for some reason. I'm just gonna guess is just meant to be some basic armor. He's at Def 5, which means he's a very potent Def Mage, and then you have this fella who's gonna be running in with a lot of fire resistance, no attack skill, and decent defensive buffs, I guess. So, yeah, they buffed themselves. This guy back here casts Horde of Skeletons, and then we run into the slaughter with all of the skeleton armies, and then the melee occurs. Alright, so immediately what we can see, this guy is not protected from fire, and he got hit by the Flame Brand several times, and is about to die. So they're gonna sacrifice. I'm guessing with the Medallion of Vengeance, they want to sacrifice this Def 5 mage, which is once again a very potent mage and like very respectable magic caster, and they just want to send him off to die. And then this fella, also a really potent mage, they want him in the melee with only 8 attack skill versus the defense skill of 24 with the Wraith Lord and all the repels in the world that's gonna occur. And I said earlier, one thing they could have done to, if they really wanted to deal with these wraiths, literally with the Herald Lance, you just make it cast Dispel Solar Rays, and with the White Mage, you just, I mean, this guy, he could just been spamming Horde Skeletons all day. We can see that these skeletons are able to hold the Wraith Lords at bay for quite a while. So the hordes from this fella would have been really potent. And then everyone back here could have been moved up front and casting Dust to Dust, or like have one person casting Dust to Dust, and then the other 4 were casting Animate Dead, like as their original scripting. So let's just go ahead and see what happens as soon as this fella dies. Alright, so he dies. Alright, and takes out several of his skeletons, and doesn't really wound his Sauromancer here. But I'm guessing the explosion was meant to kill the Wraith Lord, but the Wraith Lord has 15 fire res. So let's go going down to the let me see, the White Mage's ability. Yeah, you see he White Mage explodes in a ball of fire. We see all the points of damage that occur. All the long dead basically get vaporized, but the Wraith Lord only takes 0 points of damage, and we can see, yeah, they take a flat 20 damage, and they get its armor piercing, so they only have half their armor value plus the dice rolls, and typically it's just gonna hurt a lot. But 20 damage minus 15, that's 5, plus 7 from the dice roll, versus the protection roll of the Wraith Lord, which they have 20 protection. Armor piercing made it half, so it's 10, and a dice roll of 7. So it doesn't do jack. So I'm not sure if the White Mage was enchanted to come back. I don't think it was. I just think they just sacrificed a really powerful Death Mage for no reason. And honestly, if they wanted it to be like, you know, literally just some unit to go in and take PD, just skeletons. Just animate as many skeletons as you can, and you will take PD provinces. Now, and the Zoromancer right here is trying his darndest to try and hit the Wraith Lord, but we can just see nothing's getting through. Like, these are several penetration rolls, and yeah, so attack roll of 11 versus a defense roll of 33. This Zoromancer is getting nowhere with his with the Herald Lance. He's not stabbing that guy at all. Once again, if it was a PD thing, if this guy was meant only to for PD, but which I doubt because he has all this, you know, melee style gear, he could have just been casting hordes of skeletons to capture PD. And if he wanted it this guy to be an anti Wraith Lord unit, this right here, Solar Rays, range 40 plus, AoE 1, precision 100, it's always gonna hit. It does 12 damage, armor piercing, only affects undead, so it will always hit the Wraith Lords if you're fighting Wraith Lords by himself. And now he just runs away. And now what we know is Nick Knight loses this battle. So first of all, look at how just Anime Dead is keeping the Wraith Lord by itself at bay. So when you're dealing with Doug units and you have like a spam nation, like any nation that can spam skeletons or phantoms or whatnot, this is one way you can delay like super combatants and thugs. Meanwhile, you still need something else to try and kill them as well. And we're gonna see how the AI tries to kill them as the Wraith Lord gets in range. Alright, so now it's on the Sacreds and trying to get to this, the Keepers back here. Dust to dust. Yeah, it's going a little slow right now, but I just want to see that. So Dust to Dust, see that? It did 22 damage, and then another one for 19. So that was 3 castings of Dust to Dust entirely, and that's what killed the Wraith Lord. So imagine if earlier, let's say you had the two Def 3 plus mages were up front, or like, you know, in the back maybe, spamming hordes of skeletons, maybe 3 of the keepers were just casting animate skeleton, and then you had 2 of the remaining keepers spamming dust to dust as their first 5 script spells. That Wraith Lord would have been gone, like, immediately. You know, just something to think about when you're dealing with undead thugs like this. You have, like, if you are another death nation, you are going to be the bane of these units, but this player is not utilizing that strategy. All right. Right here, Middle Assist just sent out a Strawman. I'm guessing he's just like trying to see what that was doing, I guess. Or maybe it was a misclick. Right here, Traveler just dealt with the Fire Lord, you know, Fire Nation kind of attacked me at some point, and I'm here to reclaim it. So FloridaMen just goes in, casts all his spells, and not much to it. They summon a bunch of hordes, but my guy doesn't care because he has flight. It runs into the back, takes out the sorcerers, and just deals with the rest of the undead that ends up happening and showing up. And yeah, we see, like, this is essentially what will happen with PD. Right here, I'm not sure if this was an actual attack on us or a bounce. But this does worry me if Miglin and Zabulba are going to attack us. So I'm going to I'm a very paranoid player, and I'm gonna ask my team, hey, can we maybe keep an eye on this on the Michelin Zababa team, so we can find out what their bless is now. They are running a massive sacred army, several Jaguar warriors. We got these Aussies, Ozzitols. I don't know how to pronounce that. Everyone just calls them Aussies for all I know. So Jaguars with bat wings. Then you have these sacred Jaguars over here, and their bless is kind of similar to ours, more or less. They have magic weapons. They have shock resistance, fire resistance, cold resistance, strength, and blood surge. They don't have as many crazy things as our army does, but we're over here. Nick Knight's Wraith Lord. It has it has relatively low protection actually, of only 10. Doesn't have any armor. A high defense skill. A decent, really good MR, and is ethereal. Now, because these guys have magic weapons, and we'll just look at the Aussies. They have magic weapons, 14 attack, with 3 attacks, or you know, 2 of them can fit into a square, so 6 attacks per square. These guys are going to chew through Nick Knight's Wraith Lord. Yeah, immediately. Like, he didn't stand a chance. Now, over here, we have the big battle of, this is right on top of late 8 statistics, so this is them trying to just get Nick Knight off of their capital. And looking at this, statistics really could have won this battle. And they could have won this battle by using strategies I mentioned earlier. So they have the Keeper of the Tombs, they're Def 1 mages, and they have the ability to one-shot any undead with Dust to Dust in an AoE 1. Also, if they wanted to do anything else, if they had Banefire Darts, that also would have helped. They have a Lion Tribe Witch Doctor for some reason. I guess he could buff troops or something. I didn't really pay attention to him in the replay. 1 Reborn, so either another Keeper of the Tomb essentially, or a Def 2 mage who could have just been spamming some undead. A Spectral Sauromancer, I actually don't know what this is, but more magic paths that they probably could utilize. They have lots of random chaff, undead, but that's fine because you know, they just need something to hold off like the front line as the mages. All the mages kind of do their thing. They also have their god here, which is got 80 kills, so it's the most terrifying unit that Citus has. And let's just go ahead and see what happened. So immediately, they send off their units to attack. They have these guys which are undisciplined, which is fine, but I think these fossilized beasts here, they could have been stayed in back and gotten some buffs if they had some buff mages. The downside is, now the great thing about these units is that they have that fear aura. Other than that, and they have really high protection. But he's sending them out again. He ended up sending them against the Long Dead here, and the Long Dead really, well, I guess they have a set morale right here of 12, but usually undead do not care about fear. I think possibly, you know what? I'm really not too sure how he'd use these fossilized beasts. In all honesty, but either way, I think if he kept it back and managed to somehow buff them a bit more, they would have worked a little bit better. Let's see, we have Dog and Loafers, their god, which has Bring Up to Victor for higher attack skill, higher defense, a little bit more HP, which doesn't really matter for something that already has this higher HP, I feel. As a Ring of Fire for... I guess it comes up because he saw Nick Knight using a lot of fire weapons. And then the Crown of Lead, which is also fine. Honestly, I would replace the Ring of the Victor with a Ring of Regeneration. and this would have been a much more tankier unit. But honestly, it's not bad. Like the way they use it, it is not much of an issue. The issue is what he did with the rest of his mage corps. And let me try and find. So we have a reborn, which is basically another keeper gem. He has one fire gem. They all actually several of them have one fire gem. I'm not too sure what they're gonna use it for. Then here we go. We have let's see. There's a high priest. I want to see where that specter is. Actually, it'd probably be better if I go through the details. Unit overview. Alright, and the Spectral Sauromancer, can I... Okay, I can't really see the stats from here. It's somewhere in this dog pile. I just don't really know what it's doing right now. It looks like it has Iron Skin, so it wants to buff itself, but it had... When you're casting Iron Skin, that is... You know, let me double check and make sure it was just Iron Skin. I could have misread that. Yeah, so it casts Iron Skin. But the thing is, this is an air nation you're facing off against, so you have to be careful about that. Because you're just giving yourself shock vulnerability, and if a storm comes in, you're going to get one-shot by that lightning bolt. Okay, there he is. So it was Astro 1, Earth 1, Death 1, and he has Salt for some reason. So it says once again it's armor to gain AoE 1, but when enchanted Salt will the thing is I'm not sure Salt actually does anything if they're genies or not. Like for example, like I didn't see Salt doing anything to the Wraith Lords last time, so I don't think he needs Salt, and I don't think this is a unit you really want to run into the melee. Also, it definitely has higher attack stat. I'll give him that. It has the good protection, decent protection, but now has shock vulnerability. And I'll follow this guy throughout the battle and see what he's doing. Oh look, they're casting Big Fire Dart. Wait. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so they cast Banefire Dart, right? But they ended up casting the Banefire Dart on flyers that kind of went in, because we have imps that are spawning in, and Zephyrs and everything. So they used the Fire Gems just to cast the Banefire Darts, and really it didn't hit anything important. So that was not a really good use of the mages, I guess. And now they're all casting Anime Skeleton. And they're just I think they're a little bit off script now. They're all casting Frieden. Okay, this guy's just being used as a mage at the moment. One thing you need to note though is he has this chill aura, and yeah, he's kind of I think he's the chill's actually hitting some of his teammates. So yeah, they're mostly trying to Frieden and whatnot. Let's see, what did Doggo here cast? Personal regeneration, great. Summon Earth Power, wonderful. Boar Skin, Fearsome Visage, Skeletal Body. Yeah, these are good buffs. I would have cast Tempered Flesh though, rather than Skeletal Body, because then you'll get like the resistance to every element, or like every, you know, melee attack element. Alright, and the Banefire Darts are going out now. So yeah, Banefire is going out, that's fine, and all these skeletons are going out, also fine. But that's the only thing they're doing. Like, for one, if they manage to get all their mages to move up, and for one, they have really good skill spam. This we can see right now is keeping Nick Knight's army like held off here. But there's no oomph factor. There's no killing factor that they're really doing. I mean, yeah, they're casting Bane Fire Darts, but it's a little off script now. And then we also have the banishes going off as well, but I believe that's from Ignite's side. Now, this unit is terrifying because it has Devour Soul, and this would have been really good against the Wraith Lords. But I don't think she manages to really get kills on them. She's definitely killing the hell out of the Wardens, though. And I do hear some Dust to Dust going out. And we can see the Dust to Dust killing some of these Long Deads on the Ignite side. Now imagine if all of these Sauromancers, well, I'm not sure they could move up a little bit more, but if they were able to cast Dust to Dust off the get-go, like half of these Long Dead on the Ignite side would be gone, but then they'd still have to figure out what to do with the Wardens. But that is what the Dog and Loafers is doing. And now we got Pull from the Grave going off here. I don't remember what the range of that spell is either, but we can see, yeah, the Long Deads are taking a massive beating from all these Pulse from the Graves going off, but actually mostly they're taking damage from the Dust to Dust. Look at that, 18 points of damage on the Long Dead. And if we didn't have Undying, it would have been dead. This fella right here. I'm just scrolling through it. This guy was actually hit with Pull from the Dead. So yeah, Pull from the Dead and Dust to Dust would really put a massive dent in the army here. And actually, yeah, we do see it putting a massive dent in the army. It's like, now imagine if this was all scripted sooner. Now we have this guy, the Ghost of Big DE Man, which is from the last biggest DE game. I think it was hosted by Boz. And I think he took a massive hit. He took 1 damage from Dust to Dust. I'm just trying to see everything else. Ah, right here. You see that? The Keeper of the Tombs actually hit the Wraith Lord for 26 points of damage, but the Mist Form blocked all of it, but that dispelled the Mist Form. So really, just keep if you just have a bunch of Def 1 nations and the guy's sending, or a bunch of Def 1 mages and the guy is sending like way too much undead at you. Have a couple guys dedicated to casting Dust to Dust. Like, imagine if 5 of these guys were like casting Dust to Dust as their first 5 scripts. At least a good chunk of the Tufa Long Dead would have been gone. And that's really what's getting the kills on Statistic's side right now. All the pulls from the graves and all the Dust to Dust going off. And then also right here, this Dog and Loafers is kind of spooky. We have 10% health regen going off, but I'm not entirely too sure what's is Devour Soul. Okay, I think Devour Soul actually heals her, because if I'm reading that number right, she just healed for 57 HP. I can't really tell though, because all the red numbers are in the way. It's either 57 or 27. Either way, okay, most likely 27. Yeah, that would make sense. If max HP would be I guess like it rounds up. It's in the 20s now, and obviously they're having a really tough time doing any damage to her. I, and I don't know. I don't really have any complaints about their dog here. Probably, yeah. Instead of casting Skeletal Body, probably could have casted Tempered Flesh. I think, and it just would have been a little bit more tankier. And you know, we can just see she's doing really well right now, killing a lot of Nick Knight's units. And if she got to the Wraith Lords with a Soul Devourer, those Wraith Lords would have not really, yeah, they would stop existing. And obviously she's taking, we can see she's taking a lot of damage right now. But the healing is just keeping her up. And she has some afflictions now, but because she has recuperation, that's going to go away after a little while. And I believe what's going to happen to this fight is it just gets to the timer. That is something I'm unsure of. I noticed a lot of imps spawning in. I think, yeah, I think Nick just has a commander that has lifelong protection or something. Not to actually, yeah. Let's check the backline here. I think it's this guy. Yeah, how's this guy getting so many imps? Oh, wow. Mr. Asshole to Zephyr. Okay. Alright. Oh my god. So we have this guy with the lifelong protection, auto summon 2 imps, and it's tainted, but it doesn't affect a mindless unit, so... this asshole's Alright. So how do we deal with Mr. Asshole? It's a Zephyr, and alright, it's resist poison, resist shock. Doesn't have any fire resistance. So I think you want to either use like an AoE cold, like battlefield effect, or AoE fire effect, and this would get rid of Mr. Asshole. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I can't stop smiling now. That's just too funny. Alright, and yeah, the the dog in loafers has no way to fight all these imps, I guess. And yeah, we just see more and more imps are just coming down on the battlefield and prolonging everything. And there's a timer, I believe, so everyone is like, okay, we need to get the hell out of here. And Dog of Loafers is, thankfully for Statisticide, it's not crippled, has a couple of wounds that's not gonna hamper it too much, since it just, just devours souls. And I think that actually escaped. I did see a little blood mark, so I'm not too sure, but I'm assuming it's still alive. I do know there's something like if you don't run out of the timeout, if you don't leave the battlefield before the timeout, oh, the Zephyr died. Then the battle just goes in, like just kills that unit off. So yeah, I believe this. I'm guessing the Zephyr did not get to run out. I guess I was just too busy summoning things and being an asshole. But yeah, I guess that's the end of Mr. Asshole there. Alright, now let's go through the rest of the battles. Right here, this is... I don't really have much to say about this. It's just a massive stack of units, and they're just going through a bunch of... Like, they're just swarming through PD and some units I think were meant to reinforce Nick Knight's lines. I don't know. I don't think Nick Knight really cared about these guys. There's like 5 wardens and some random tower guards. Right over here, Nick Knight went and killed several more, another army of Satis, with 9 reborns, and I'm just repeating myself at this point. They could have easily dealt with Nick Knight's Wraiths if they managed to move up a bit and had them cast Dust to Dust or something. I didn't realize you can zoom out this much. But also, I will say though, the massive hordes of skeletons are really good at keeping them at bay. The downside is, you know, it's not going to hold them off forever, unless you do have horde spammers versus animate skeleton spammers. And then right here, I think this one casts Fire Shield. So it's literally just burning all of the skeletons to cinders and advancing really quickly. And yeah, the Reborns realize they can't really do anything, and they just run for their lives. Over here, I went and sent the scout out, named him "What is your scripting rotation?" Just to see, you know, what the scripting rotation is. So we have Twist Fate going off for some reason, Moss Body, which is excellent, Iron Skin, which doesn't do anything because it's already at 40 protection, but it just drops your shock resistance to -5. And we have Astral Shield, great. And we have Enlarge, which is also really good because I think it got reduced, so now it's back to 850 HP. Extremely tanky. Doesn't have a way to regenerate, but it's mostly tanky. And I believe at this point it's off rotation. No, it's Summon Earth Power, also good. And now it's gonna start casting spells off script, so Body Ethereal, which is good. Timber Flesh, which they should probably should have had that scripted in rather than what you call it, Iron Skin. And then Strength of Giants on itself for because I guess it just really wanted to, because at this point everything it wants to buff is out of range. And then Resist Lightning, which is honestly the AI off script kind of knows what it's doing. And Resist Magic. So it's gonna be tanky. So obviously the main thing we know about this thing is it does not have any alright, so it has like no resistances to lightning, fire, cold. It has poison, but yeah, the 3 main elements doesn't resist any of that. I could just run up with a armor negating weapons, and that will just get rid of the protection, so I could just get units with gate cleavers. I have a unit that's just going to come in with armor negating lightning weapons, and we see it has no lightning resistance. And also, once again, Astro 2. So, what I'm doing to deal with this, I have all my mages here, and I have about, I think, 5 or 6 of my Astral mages are going to go in and cast Magic Duel. And that should just get rid of that god. And if it doesn't get rid of the god, I'm just, you know, I don't even need this guy. I could, let's go ahead and just make this guy, do, not solar rays, magic duel as well. So this guy's gonna go ahead and magic duel as well. The downside is, I lose a lot of my buffing potential, but that's fine. That's fine, because he doesn't have as many horde spammers anymore, so I don't really need this many. I don't really need solar ray casters, and then I have my giants moving in, so they should be able to deal with a lot of that stuff. So if the magic duel doesn't work, I'm just gonna swarm him in with a lot of numbers. Hopefully, this fella, she will be able to. Let's go ahead and attack the largest enemy. Hopefully she will be able to just get in and kill the monument if the rest of my team can't do anything. Let's see. Right here, this is just gonna. She's just gonna fight off the PD. She can actually fight the big god as well because of the fire damage. PD fight. And she is also PD only. Alright, so let me script her to go ahead and attack large enemy monsters as well. And hopefully this will just say, alright, run for the god. Go for the god. And we have one more battle we're going to take a look at. And has conquered late age Marijon. And it's a slaughter. It's an outright slaughter. He lost 4 units. Marijon does not have. It only has the crossbowmen. Those were the crossbowmen that survived the Foul Vapors battle earlier. And yeah, I don't really know what Marijon could have done to fight this off. They're casting, great flaming missiles, but we already know that Arrowfin's going to come into play. And right here, they have air shield of 90. They're fire resistant as well, because of our bless. And yeah, we also have someone cast Summer Rain, so I believe Aaron Zeminair cast that. So fire does even less damage than usual. I think it was this guy who cast it, or one of these guys back here cast it. And yeah. Okay, yeah, we can see Summer Rain going off here. Okay, that's only Summer Rain. That's just a healing, so it's not a healing rain, which kind of causes the entire battlefield to lower the potency of fire and everything. And yeah, we also have the flying Bossamus. And yeah, I'm just there's nothing that can really be done to stop this. Like, they only have projectile spells. We have anti-projectile. The only thing that could have potentially happened, this guy's flying. Like, is if there was a way for all the mages back here to have died. But given Marijon's current circumstances, there's not really much he can do. I mean, what could have been interesting is if they managed to have Thaumaturgy like leveled up really high, and then like we would have seen like Enslaves going off. I think if they managed to get meteors, that could have like killed a couple things, but it's just not enough. I don't think there's anything Marijon would have been able to do here. And yeah, they just shoot through everything. Meridron has been conquered, and essentially everyone on my team has more or less. I'm about to get a capital, or at least I hope I will. Depends on what teams Zabalba and Miklin do. But I don't think this is a attack party. Then again, it's a fly nation, so they can fly wherever they want. What's going on here? This is Raga. Yeah, Zabalba just wants to eat Agartha at the moment, and I'm just looking at what happened to Nick Knight here, and that just makes me raise an eyebrow. Then we have some movement going on here. Once again, I'm really not sure what team this is. I think this might be Albion, actually. If they're right next to yeah, if they're next to the ball like this, I'm assuming this is Albion. And so Nick Knight is currently off of Statist, but I think he can regroup and get back on them. Like, that battle did cost him quite a bit, actually. But yeah, actually, I think Nick Knight has to kind of regroup, because the Devourer of Souls is that is going to really kill off these immortals. And I'm not sure if the Wraith princesses here were killed by the by the Devourer or whatnot, but yeah, the main thing is that the Devourer Souls will kill the immortal units. So we really just gotta see what's gonna happen, but this right here makes me a little sus. And I have no doubts that Team Abyssia, Team Naba, and Yomi, etc. would want to declare war on us again. Alright, and really, that's it for this turn, I think. Ideally, yeah, I'm just gonna go in with my entire army. Everyone who, like, these guys are just meant to hold off the enemy PD, and then I'm just gonna try Magic Duel the God away and have my SCs deal with everything else. So, actually, let me put these guys here so they get the morale bonus. That's it for this turn. I'll see you guys for... Let's see what turn it is. I'll see you guys for turn number 44. Later. Howdy y'all, welcome back. We are on turn number 44. And this one is going to be a little bit shorter to describe what's going on. Well, for one, I'm quite happy because my arcane probings went off a-okay. Haven't found any other death sites though. I'm honestly considering getting FloridaMen to summon the Revenant and just have the Revenant dark knowledge everything for me at this point. But anywho, just going down the gist of the battles here. Nothing too interesting happened in the battlefront. We already know what's going on with Nick Knight's spooky raves. Actually, this is kind of funny. We have we have a couple city guards from Satis on Nick Knight's side from the charms. Right over here, Naba once again attempts to challenge the Harvester of Sorrows in this cave province, and we can just see right here, yeah, Naba didn't do too well, and it's actually an easy explanation. Like, there's nothing wrong with this formation. The troops themselves are actually pretty dang good. The issue is they're in a cave, and look at this, attack skill 7, defense skill 4. So they can't really defend themselves that well. They have High penalties. The sacreds are decent actually. You have like 8 attack right here. I guess it's physical. It's more they don't really have the attack. Then these creatures over here, they all have dark power. They have dark power too, so I think it's like +2 for every. Yeah. So. Okay, they're just experiencing. They get +2 for being in darkness. So they have like 17 attack, 17 defense, magical attacks. You have these guys, same ordeal, 15 attack, 17 defense. No protection though, but they're ethereal. And then these fellas, they're hounds, and they have 15 attack, 12 defense. It's ethereal, it's dark. These fellas are not going to be able to hit any of the ethereal guys. They're going to be way too evasive. They don't have magic weapons. You have the Johns over here who kind of chill in the back, and I think the Bakemono shows would actually do somewhat decently. They have the dark vision, but the stats themselves are not that great. But if they were buffed up, they will definitely do some decent damage, possibly. And even with the Bless, they only have regeneration and awe, and undead don't really care about the awe aspect. They don't have the magic weapons, so yeah, essentially they don't have a way to really kill the undead and ethereal. I think what yeah, the Juns over here, they use like fire magic or even air magic. They like any magic at all or ardent blessing. I feel like they could have dealt with these foes a little bit better. I mean, we have the like the banishes going off here and there, but we also have to remember their precision has been shot down to 7. So you need to have you need to use like a much better AOE spells or spells that just have extremely good precision. I don't know, or for the most part, how about buffing spells? If they brought in a fire elemental right here, that would have changed a lot. This guy, I'm not entirely too sure what this guy could have done. In all honesty, that's a big mix in his path. Actually, he could have just went up and cast Iron Skin on all his units up here. But over here, everything just this is just a big waste of money. Unless that was a strategy. Unless the strategy is to actually just get rid of these units because they cost money. Then it worked perfectly. And then over here, I've attacked the capital of middle-aged Satis, and I lost about 29 units. He lost everything. I only lost 3 mages, 1 windlord, mostly chaff units. The chariot archers is the thing I'm sad about losing the most, but we'll see why I lost them. And spoiler alert, it's the Falchineers. Falchineers are really good units. So if we remember last time, we have this fella. He's going to be casting Twist Fate, and then he is going to get buff up, so he's going to be super unkillable. But I'm just going to do it in slow-mo. Actually, no, we'll do it in normal speed. And round 2, gone. Or actually, that's round 1. 2 magic duels, and they're gone. So, yeah, and I lost both of my magic duelers as well. But well worth it. That I do not have to worry about this god whatsoever in this fight. And then the rest of the stuff is essentially just heavy province defense. We can see all of my buffs are going off like crazy now. These guys are all size 3. They have their nice defensive buffs and everything, and I'm not gonna delve too much into it. And let's fast forward it a little bit, and this is what happens to. Right, this happens to my window over here. Well, I salvaged all his magic gear, so it's fine. But he kind of jumps in to the Falchineers, and they're just gonna wreck his shit. Same with the chariots. They're not gonna go forward. They're like, okay, we're behind some enemy units now. We're gonna attack. Do the hammer and anvil attack on City Guard instead, and the Falchineers, yeah, they just shredded everything apart. Anything that attempted to attack the Falchineers, gone. And then, over here, yeah, we can just see all my magics going off. And the poor citizens just don't know what hit them. Now, unfortunately, all of my chariot archers have started a rout, and I haven't checked the full stats of everything. I think the ethereal blocked it for a lot of my units, but yeah, right here, the chariots are can decide, hey, we're gonna run over all your mages. So I'm gonna have to either change the positioning a lot better, or I'm gonna have to just not use the chariots anymore. But for the most part, I only lost 3 mages. One of the shamans was a magic dueler. The other one died from chameleon fatigue. He did take a point of damage for being run over though, so I guess that that pushed him over the line. And then this mystic right here, I believe was the one that got the kill on the god, or maybe it was a shaman. Either way, a devastating loss for Satis, and I think this is a final nail in the coffin for Team Satis and Agartha. Speaking of, if we go all the way here, Mikulin has been told that they were allowed to basically capture Agartha, and their team can control the majority of the capturing, I guess. I think we might give this province to them. And simply put, we just see Nick Knight, just doing his thing, running over everything. Over here, obviously, he took heavy losses from the Devourer Souls. That Devourer Souls is going to be the bane of us for a little bit, until we can figure out a way to deal with it. But other than that, yeah, we are just kind of steamrolling everything. This right here is like the main army that they have running around. I'm not sure where they're going to be running to, but we've seen previously they don't really have mage support. Like they have, yeah, that's not really anything. They can't really do much. They're casting flaming missiles, and they don't have any ranged units. So, I mean, I guess I have javelins, but I don't really see why that should be their preferred buff. And then they should already see that Nick Knight is like using fire-resistant spells and everything. I think, let's see, what's over here? This one, I think it's more of the same ordeal. Okay, they have a couple of. Okay, yeah, it's not really anything. They are using Horde of Skeletons. That's good. Yeah, okay, this can take provinces. It's not going to be able to fight armies, but it can definitely take provinces. Alright, let's just go ahead and go through the battle reports or everything. Yeah, not really anything worth showing. It's just, oh, the Sacred Rush mows down everything. Like, this is just more of kind of attacking the PD, essentially. Not really sure what happened here, though. Like, what is this? Okay, so this is a Dominion summoning monster that generates gems, and I'm not sure what mod it's from, if it's from Dominion's Enhanced or something else, but yeah, I guess he sent it to kind of inspect the area, and I'm not sure if the werewolves attacked first or he was just in the area site searching and then the werewolves attacked. But unfortunately, by the actually, I think it was sent here to try and kill off the werewolves, but it got the it got the HP morale route because those boys weren't going to do anything. Maybe he was trying to get rid of them. And yeah, we can just go ahead and see since this is remaining army. This is everyone who survived the battle with LA Man earlier. No change in formation. I'm not entirely too sure that's a good idea to have this guy cast Soul Vortex in the middle of all that. Because look, this guy already took like, yeah, he already took like several points of damage, I think. And now he's casting Fire Shield on top of it, and he's not. Look, he's hurting his own teammates. Is this actually the plan? This is... Oh my goodness. But, yeah, the skeletons here, I mean, yeah, they can't really do much other than like a couple skeletons though. But this is, you do not want to do this, guys. You don't want to have. Okay, I guess he's running forward now. But yeah, you kind of just damaged a couple of your mages though. You know, like you want to position them a little bit further away. And even then, I would not use this guy in the melee, because he doesn't have the attack skill. I mean, yeah, he'll have the Soul Vortex and everything. Oh, that's neat. But if this is meant to kill specifically the Wraith Lords, once again, you have the spell right here that can be cast from it, and otherwise, I would not even bother with the Herald Lance if you really want this guy in the melee. I would give him any type of brand to get the AoEs going off. That way, even if he misses, I believe the explosion still goes off, you know? And I'm pretty sure he has the fire magic to make a firebrand. Yeah, let's check that. What fire magic do you need to make a firebrand? And if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. Yeah, so Flame Brand, Fire 1, Earth 1. Okay, maybe not. I'm not sure they have the Earth magic for that, but, you know, they can always trade from another nation. And that's one of the main things that will get you ahead in this game. You have to, if you need an item, like, if you really need an item, but you can't make it, have another nation make it for you. It can either be your ally, or it could be someone who is not directly fighting you. You know, try and make that deal. Like, for example, maybe he could have asked the Vanheim to send him something, or maybe they could have, well, not Michelin. They could have asked Team Yomi if they could just trade or whatnot. My team is self-sufficient at the moment, but you know, even in this game, you may really want to try put your resources with other teams. No, just a thought. Just a thought. I could always be wrong, and that's okay. Just tell me what you guys think. If you guys watch this video, just tell me what you think they should be doing. Oops, this guy should not be. This guy should not be magic dueling. Welcome cast, Buddy Durio. Oh, and she's out of elemental form. So yeah, this is my army that survived. I had a couple of dudes in the fight, like Mr. I Move Gyms over here. Oh no, he's diseased now. I accidentally kept made him move rather than sneak, so I'm just gonna put him back on. I have a couple more people moving gyms around. You can also see my gyms are like just about spent here. I made this guy into an octopus because I felt like it, but he's a mercenary, and I was hoping if I turned him into octopus, he would stay on my side, but I'm not sure that's gonna work anymore. So I'm just gonna have him site search for now. It was just a little experiment. And I have a bunch of my mages casting site search spells now, because at this point, in a way, I can relax. I think I said this before, but what my team's gonna do is we're gonna focus on getting as many thrones as we can, and just try to build up in order to face the next enemy nation. But you know, in order to but we want to secure our thrones so we can win the game. This is not the meaning is not just nations versus nations. It's securing the Game of Thrones. All right. I don't really have much to say in this. I mean, we can see like late age Marion, who's also the host of this game, is basically screwed. And right here, we got the flag right on it, which is awesome. Oh, and we already put our temple on top of it. So, yeah, I legit have nothing else to say about this turn. Other than that, rip for team late age Marion and rip for team Sis. And I'll see you guys for turn number 45. Alright, and we are now on turn number 45. I actually did not get the notification for this one, so I had to ask for an extension for some insurance, and well, it looks like there's 3 other nations that haven't finished their turn yet, so I guess I was a little bit fine on time in a way, but yeah, there's about 10 hours left on this turn. And as soon as I hit in turn, I was like, oh no, I hope the bot doesn't go through, because I still need to review everything for the video. Anyways, and by the way, just so you get time, so you can kind of get an idea of like how advanced I'm recording these turns before I publish them. Right now, as of this recording, it is March 31st. So, I got all these ritual castings go off, and basically, you know what? I think it'll be easier if I just show my. We haven't looked at the statistics for a little while. Let's look at the gym income. Boom. So I got really good with the gym sites this turn, and it feels good, man. And I believe I got a decent indie site somewhere. I think maybe it was right here. Yeah, I can get the Wizard of the Crescent Moon over on this province, so I'm gonna be sending something to reinforce this, and it'll be a good position to keep an eye on this drone as well. We can see I'm just gonna do my best to claim all the kind of rich provinces that haven't been claimed yet due to independent attacks and whatnot. I'm not gonna send anyone here because I don't want to risk a bounce with Ohm or whoever's here. And plus, barbarians are kind of spooky, even for SCs, I think. So I'm just gonna send them to deal with the knights for now. I managed to take this fort without too many problems. I think I lost like 1 unit. And yeah, he doesn't. His army is basically in shambles. Yeah, I think by the looks of it, someone's gonna die of the poison cloud. I didn't actually get a chance to actually read everything. Right here, MZ2 just sent over a idol, a cursed idol, and it's gonna power the spheres, and it's just gonna decimate this army that Sentis is trying to claim provinces with. Basically, this accursed idol, it's just way too tanky for a regular army to kind of deal with. You have to, I mean, you can magic duel it. No, that's one of the things. You can have something run up and cast Shatter on it. Um, but yeah, typically it's kind of hard to deal with this thing. And yeah, we can see the Soul Vortex is just eating away all the HP from these living units. In fact, if the Horde Skeletons went up, it would have a little bit of harder time. But then there'll be like a morale break. And yeah, it basically just takes out everything. And this army has no idea how to deal with it, and they're gonna run away with their tails in between their legs. And let's go to that province. And with no place to retreat to, everything there is dead. And just and yeah, for the most part, we also just see everything like we're just cleaning up PD and whatever stragglers our enemy armies are throwing at us. And the team with Late Age Baragon had some type of falling out with team with Vanheim that was on their team, and apparently now they've declared independence, and I think they're attacking us now. I'm really not sure what's going on here. And I'm also not sure what Midgard, what our view on Midgard is, but apparently we went here and killed some of their units as well. Let me see, was this okay? And these were just kind of like my Pegasus riders. They just wanted to go in and take out some basic PD, but looks like our natural wildlife, Florida wildlife, just went ahead and denied them. Late Age Baragon managed to get their Baphomet back. And I guess they just kind of sent him in. And yeah, there's nothing this unit can really do against him. Like, oh yeah, that Falling Fire. Yeah. And the enchanted board came back, this time with less boars, and I think because I had less boars to worry about with the morale route, it was actually able to thug out these werewolves. Wait, is it actually poisoning them? Let me pause it real quick. Earth power. It should be regenerating. They're taking poison damage. I'm not sure what that's coming from. Fortitude, Iron Skin. They're hit by poisonous barbs, but wait, what? I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what this poison barb thing is. But I guess it's happening. And yeah, and this boar just kills everything. And over here, we actually just have some witch hunters take out werewolves, and I believe right here they just went and summoned some fire elementals. Yep, they got fire jars. And literally seconds away from disaster. Those werewolves will have just tore up the witch hunters. And over here, finally they managed to take out the Harvester of Sorrows, and yeah, they sent out the Oni units. Yomi would is perfect for dealing with these, unlike Nabaa, because they have that spirit sight, and they have a lot of death mages. So if they brought anti-death attacks, that would clean up all of these undead with minimum effort. Let's see, you have Hammer of the Mountains, we have a Great Sword of Sharpness, this guy has a Mace of Eruption, and some other random things. Auto spell Will Buster, that's fun, that's cool. Snaring Flame, some map move, Chain of Displacement, and just, okay, really basic stuff, essentially. Interestingly, they... Yama Uba. Okay, so it's just a witch, and they cast Moss Body on a gel cube. And immediately, the Onis kind of get freaked out. Honestly, these Onis were a lot better when you're able to recruit them back in Dom 4. And that's also why I thought I was so confused with the expansion earlier in the series, because I was still thinking on Dom 4 rules when you could recruit the Oni. So these are all free spawn. So by the looks of it, it looks like typical Yomi strats. You're just gonna kind of go in and have your Dioni clear everything. What does this guy do? And once again, Dust to Dust would be perfect here as well. Ooh, what the? Oh my goodness! Hold on, hold on. Is that what that amulet does? Look at how many Will-O-Wisps are showing up. Hold on. Auto spell. Oh, that's such a good. Okay. That's awesome. I do not want to mess with that Dioni. I don't even know what happened to that Harvester of Sorrows. I assume he probably retreated. What killed him? Hammer of the Mountains just got he just got Gallaghered. Well, congratulations on Yomi for clearing out this province for the team. And yeah, nothing to really watch here by the looks of it. Oh yeah, and I made a mistake. Yeah, so transforming the guy into an octopus did not help with the mercenary, like keep the mercenaries. So whoops. A couple other indie events occurred. Oh, what's going on here? Old Vanham attacked her, but was defeated. What? Hold on. What happened? Huh, interesting. So the battle report doesn't show what attacked. Was it a ritual attack? No, it didn't be on the ritual phase. There goes the commander, and the rest of the elves rout. Huh. guessing they kind of cast they did an event attack and it just spawned some units to try to take that province. Yeah, these werewolves attacks are really annoying. Now down here, I went and re-scripted a couple of my stuff. I really like this layout. I'm hoping my chariots will get body ethereal and they'll rush through the gates. I just have these guys standing in front. They're going to get hit by poison, unfortunately. I don't have a way to cast a poison ward as much. I'm just hoping all my giants here and all the flyers will do most of the work. And yeah, we're storming the capital. So Dinsatis will have one province left, and I am currently sending everything that was on this fortress down to there, so we can siege it down and get middle age Satis out of the game. And yeah, that's really it. Not much going on this turn. It's just a lot of preparation and like more of oh, I got a bunch of gym sites, and I'm not going to go through every single one, but yeah, so it took a little while, but after ritual casting, I'm getting lots of good stuff, and especially with the acquisition of MA Statist territory, yeah, my gym economy is booming, and that's always a great thing. Look at that, 16 nature gyms a turn now. I think I was at 9 earlier, perhaps, maybe a little bit more. I don't remember, but that means every single turn I get enough gyms to cast to become giant. I'm just able to get as many of these giants like created as I want. I'm not doing it now because I have more than enough, and I'm basically spending all my gems I can on infrastructure. So we'll have enough to hopefully, when we get into our next big war, we'll have like the superior economy to mow down our enemies and rush to win the game. So that's it for turn 45. I'll see you all for turn 46. Hey, welcome back. We are now here with turn number 46, and nothing much happens this turn. All these rituals go off. I found a few magic sites, nothing too special, but has sent. I've gotten a couple items from Nick Knight and Aaron Ziminer, Moonvine Bracelet, Kaladbog, which I'll take a look in the inventory in a second. And another Scutata Volturnus, one of those lightning shields, which are pretty neat. Now, the Kalad Bog is a massive size 6 sword that essentially used as a siege weapon. And I think this is a mod weapon. I'm pretty sure this has to be a mod weapon, but yeah, it's really interesting. You have all these tremors that kind of go off with the attack. It's extremely slow though, but definitely something I want to try equipping one of my giants and have them use it in order to kind of just break down a fortress and see how much potential damage they could do as soon as they like get into combat with it. Really neat. And we can see, yeah, over here I'm moving all my armies around. So we got this demon lord over here, which Shatis never wanted to deal with. I sent in one scout to try and figure out what was going on. He got slaughtered horribly. These serpent fiends are just gonna swoop in and kill him. But more importantly, we have Mr. Face on my knees and pelvis here. He's fire 4, nature 4, blood 4. So ideally, this guy is going to be possibly casting Howl and lots of fire elementals. Not sure what he'll be doing to blood, probably imps, usually what AI does, or worst case scenario he'll do like Soul Slays. or life for lives. I'm gonna be sending in a couple giants to try to fight him off. He has high fire resistance, high poison resistance, but not much else. Yeah, he's gonna cast Fire Shield. He's gonna possibly burn up his own blood slaves this way. And yeah, we just see the Serpent Fiends just jump in and decimate my poor scout. And I'll be sending in these 3 giants to go in and capture him. And yeah, I did capture the capital of Satis. Barely any resistance was made. I lost 1 Mystic, a couple chaff units. He only had 3 mages, or 4 mages, and 14 Falchineers. So nothing, yeah, no resistance. Right here, I actually forgot to set the Chariot Archers here to hold an attack, so they run off before I get to buff them. And what's gonna happen is one of my Mystics is just gonna get caught in one of those poison fields again. Just curious where, but not much to it. As soon as they get to the back, that just seals the deal. Yeah, right over there. Just dead by poison at the end of combat. Oh well. Didn't look like he was carrying anything, so not too concerned. Now we'll go ahead and just get our merchant or our mystic. And for the most part, everything else is just us attacking indies. So yeah, really not much to say about this turn. Yeah, we have old Vanheim just kind of doing their thing, and we're just actually just ignoring them. We're just gonna let our teams like try to eat them up, and we're just gonna focus on getting as many thrones as possible. And I'm just checking this. Yeah, nothing too special. So we have a throne right here, and I'm moving my army that's on Satis down here. And they're gonna regroup inside this fortress to and kind of restock their units, so on and so forth. Or you know what? I could just I'm getting some skeptics here, so they can kind of heresy the bad Dominion away, because there's lots of citizen Dominion still around, and that's diseasing all our troops. But honestly, yeah, I could just move all my units here, and the units I'm recruiting here, leadership 10. Yeah, I can actually just get the Septics to move the Garduses here, and well, we can get like a really try to get a really quick attack on this throne province. But the thing is, I don't really know what I'll play it safe. I'll go to province 80 and just regroup there, and then I'll go into province 62. I'm also moving several of my Pegasus riders right here onto this fortress. That way we can siege down this fortress, and let's see, what's his siege bonus? 25. So this thing should go down relatively quickly. And once I capture this fortress, that middle Satis should be completely out of the game, and then we have to worry about late age Satis, which is the main one holding the Dominion at the moment. Garda is gone, and late age Satis is down to their capital. And this right here is the remains of late age Meridian, and yeah, it looks like Vanheim is trying to actually take provinces now. They actually seem pretty big. But as I said, we're just I believe we're just gonna let the other teams try to fight them off, because we're gonna focus on the big picture, and that's capturing these thrones. But it looks like right over here, they built a lab on this province. They could be building a fortress as well, but not too sure. And I think they're going to go in and try and attempt to take this throne over here, which I hope they fail at, because I'm going to be sitting in like this army right here to try to deal with them. And I'm definitely gonna, and this right here will be a giant that will kind of jump in, or and possibly solo it also. And then over here, this drone is MZ2 is going to be capturing it by ritual jumping something into it. And after that, I think if we manage to capture all the drones that are, in our adjacent provinces, I think we need to get 3 or 4 more from enemy teams, and we'll be able to win the game. So immediately I can see one right here, which will be a hopscotch away with my flying units. And let's see, I think man could possibly sneak around to, yeah, right here. We could maybe nab this from Abyssia. I feel like we're gonna fight Abyssia, Team Abyssia, Albion, Naba, and Yomi as like the big finale. They got their drone here that's also on our border. And yeah, hopefully, but for most part, we also got, if you also notice, we got Eyes of God up. So we kind of have a good idea of our positioning compared to the rest of the nations. And so provinces, we are basically leading. I'm basically 4th right there. Man is all the way up top. Is 2nd. And then Meridian is 5th, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we're pretty big combined. Income. Yeah, we're up there. And then Jim income, we're also ridiculous. So it looks like we have, yeah, Team Abyssia is definitely a threat. Same with Old Vanheim. Yeah, those are the score graphs. Oh my goodness, look at what happened to Late Citis. Completely got their armies decimated by Nick Knight over here. Here's how the middle age, yeah. Alright, well, as I said, not much for this turn. I'll just go ahead and see you guys for turn number 47. Hello everyone, we are now on turn number 47, and this turn actually had a couple issues with the bot. There's a point in which like the bot basically completely died, and then when it started processing this turn, it skipped us to 48. Then we tried to log into turn 48. Basically, it changed like the IP or something, and none of the players were able to get in. We had to get the administrator to kind of reset things for us, and now we're back on turn number 47, and let's go ahead and take a look at what's transpiring. So last turn I sent off a lot, and obviously you can see right here a lot of ritual findings, and I've been finding a lot of good tasty looking sites. This one right here is actually in a province that's cut off, so rip, can't get these gems. But I got some pretty good indie provinces. So for instance right here, looks like I can now recruit some enchantresses, so if I really need some nature crosspath mages that aren't what I naturally get, I guess I could grab them, but probably don't need them. They're also 4 recruitment points, so that's they'll take a long time to muster up. Let's see. Then more importantly, right here, I got a free castle, and I can recruit these wizards, which are just very random pathing, and these warrior mages, which I could I guess use to act as light thug units. I don't know, something I can play around with, but then again, like national units are just pretty awesome. But more importantly, I can get crossbow units here. And it's just a good fortified area that gives me a decent chunk of gems. So, yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, just overall, I'm getting really lucky with the magic find this game for once. And usually I never get this much magic gems. I legit do not know what what to do with them. I'm getting like, I don't know, close to 100 gems a turn, I think. I'm not calculating this. You know, let's actually calculate this. It's like 40. That right there is 60, 70, 80. Yeah, you know, we'll just round up to about 100-ish gems. That's pretty good. And then my team also binged this to me. And right here, the gym income. I'm all the way up to top, baby. And let's see, where am I on research? I think I'm pretty bad. Okay, I'm down the middle for research. Dominion. Alright, we have second highest Dominion. Army size apparently goes to... who's red team? Is that Yomi? Okay, this is Midgard, actually. And... and my nation have the most amount of forts, and then Nick Knight as man seems to have the most amount of provinces, and then I'm just right behind him in a way. And yeah, my team, I think on the charts, are basically on top at the moment. We can see I'm doing all sorts of crazy things, like not as crazy as like some like if you're Airborne you gotta move like a million units around, but yeah, I'm trying to reorganize everything and trying to position them to position some units to capture this very last fortress belonging to Satis, get them out of the game. I'm getting units here to get ready to siege this throne province. And then I think I'm not sure I'm allowed to attack this province. I'm not sure this, I know I had this province before, and it technically belonged to Satis, but I'm not sure if this actually technically belongs to Abyssia, and I'm not allowed to attack it or something. But then over here, Yomi and Naba have been mustering their troops on our borders, and I think that means we may go to war soon. We should have an NAP with them, but once again, I'm not too sure. And the fact that we have Eyes of Gods up, you know, we can really kind of get an idea of like what's going on. And heck, we can even see like all the battles taking place. At least I think so. I'll go through the messages again in a second. So, alright. Start from the top. MZ2 just sent out his accursed idol to take out this throne. And essentially, this shows what the... this is a Construction 5 unit that you can get from... with Astral 3 Def 1, I think. With in the DE mod. And essentially what you want to do is you give it a way to cast Power to Spheres, or get some way to get the Death Magic up, cast Soul Vortex, Ghost Swarm, Elemental Fortitude, Astral Shield, Invulnerability, and then you just let wreak havoc. Essentially, things will run up to it, but it's a very low chance that anything could really kill it. And yeah, you basically just use this to teleport into enemy provinces, or like kind of somewhat strong indie thrones, and you just let this bad boy tank everything out. And yeah, you can see nothing, none of the indie provinces can deal. Nothing in the indies are tossing at it can really fight it. And this goes on for a little while. He does take a couple wounds, but that's not too much of an issue. I think it gets a chest wound and something else. But the main thing is he manages to force the morale, like the HP loss morale on these fellas, and so on and so forth. I don't know the full mechanics, but the main thing is the commanders decide they had enough, and the province belongs to our team. And then over here, it looked like Zabalba wanted to check out what the drone was, so they could attack it. And immediately they just see MZ2's idol, and they're like, and the scout decides to nope out. And I need to double check if we're actually going to war with Vadheim or not. Because Nick Knight has been attacking a couple dudes. Right here is this Lord of Corruption that Satis was not really able to fight off, so I sent my three of my giants to kind of deal with it. And what this giant guy, or what this demon lord ends up doing, he just summons a bunch of chaff and then runs in. So, and then he doesn't use his fire gems, he only focuses on using his natures. And essentially, my giants just sweep everything up. Yeah, really got nothing else to say, and heck, even the Demon Lord right here is stunned by the Astral Shield. Over here, MZ2's just grinding his Battle Saints. Right here, has taken on a fortress, and it's a massacre. Once again, like, Marion does not have the troops to really face off against at the moment, especially, you know, he lost his capital, so on and so forth, and he's not using, like, magic that would do anything to them. Like, we can just see what happens. For one, there's not enough chaff to soak in any of the, like, to help out the mages here. But then, like, the flyers get in the back, and they just, you know, they just start wrecking havoc. They do take some damage, but with all these resistances, magic MR 17, Awe, Shock Res 15, Fire Res 5, Poison Res 20. Actually, yeah, the main weakness this thing seems to have is cold. And I don't think they have good access to that. And not to mention, they, yeah, their team kind of splintered for some reason. Actually, let's see what killed some of the Sacreds here. So this fellow's at -14. What happened? He was hit with Ice Darts for 29 points of damage, and then the crossbow did some other damage. Starfires, more Ice Darts. So yeah, it's like the ice right here is doing the majority of the damage. Same here. Ice darts did most of the damage. Looks like they got hit for magma bolt and ice darts for 27 points. You see, the main when you're dealing with forces and like your army doesn't seem to stop them, you have to figure out what the enemy army is not resistant to or what they're vulnerable to. And you know that's gonna be the Achilles heel to try to deal with them. And obviously, this is like a really difficult thing to fight off. If possible, I know LA Marion is extremely low on troops, and you know they can't really fight this off. But I would try to ground these flyers. Looks like they don't have storm immunity, so if he had some air mages I saw, and if he was able to get storm up or any way to get the flyers grounded, you know, keep them on the ground, keep them like going through this you know through the chokehold, and then you have to spam as much ice magic as possible. But let me see. Yeah, these chart makers are astral air, so they could have had the ability to conjure up a storm, and then whatever was left, if they had access to, excuse me, the water the air water ones would be spamming the ice darts. Then again, yeah, excuse me. Then again, the once again, they don't have a good front line, or you know, they have a non-existent front line essentially, and then the storm would also make the ice darts like less likely to hit. In fact, let's go ahead and see ice darts. Yeah, precision 2. It's not gonna have an easy time hitting whatsoever. If he managed to get alteration up though, Frozen Heart would have been really good to spam. Alright, let's see. And lightning has been captured using Obscure's ring, and okay. That's interesting. And then over here, Vanheim is attacking us. I think hold on, let me check. How do they Is this a okay, Ragnarok. Cast search signals all Vanir that the end times are near. Now is the time to rise up against the hated foe of final battle. All Vanir will grid for war and band together to attack their enemies, raiding enemy provinces strong in the dominion of the Awakening God under the cover of glamour. In addition, the lands of the hated frost giants will be attacked wherever they may be. This is one of the omens of the end times, and faithful increase in friendly provinces. The spell lasts until someone dispels it or the caster dies. Alright, yeah, I was just curious what the heck was going on, and yeah, it's a global enchantment he cast. And then, yes. Ooh. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm so... Actually, I just got the... so it's April 4th, yesterday I got the COVID vaccine, and I just been feeling some of the side effects, and I'm just getting some fatigue. My left arm's actually killing me right now. And anyways, back to this game. So the walls here are greatly damaged. So I think I'll be able to storm in next turn. I'll send these guys here instead, perhaps. And essentially, my next target's gonna be this throne room here, and I'm still debating if I want to send giants in, or if I want to just fly everything in. And let's see, we have heat here, so we can cross through this mountain with no issue. And then we have this throne here, which also has a Zeus Titan. And I think Nabal really wants it. They have a lab there to stock up. But right here, I'm making my lovely seductive Oread turn into a giant, and if I get a good eye on this, like the main sources of damage on this throne, I could potentially just send in one giant and capture the province. I mean, I could also send in a couple more, since I have all my giants. They're gonna be like kind of regrouping here. One's gonna regroup here, and they could just cloud trapeze in probably. And let's see. As for our other LA statistics, looks like they're mustering their troops in here. Once they are gonna be a little difficult to deal with. And we also see Nick Knight is sieging this fortress. That Devourer Souls is quite a doozy. And okay, it looks like he's also sieging this province. Alright, well, I think that's it for this turn. I have a lot of diseased units, that's no bueno. And this is why we need to get rid of the Dominion belonging to Citis ASAP. But, yeah. That's about it for this episode. Or, you know, this turn. I'll see you guys for turn number 48, and then by the time I'm done with turn 48, I should be working on turns like 25 to 36 to put on YouTube. Alright, I'll catch you guys around. Alright, howdy y'all. This is now turn number 48, and for this turn, it is actually going to be a lot shorter. Not much interesting going on. I got Khaled Flitch, I don't know how to pronounce that unfortunately, from Nick Knight. A couple of my spells are going off, and really when it comes to my gem economy, it's just getting a little ridiculous. I got 3 gems on this site. Let's see, I think there's 1 gem right here, so 4 gems this turn. But right, okay, I got her province that was a little spooky right here. This is what the Demon Lord was covering. I'm getting 1, 6, 7 gems from this site alone. So let's just look at the graph. Look at my gem income. Just look at that spike that's happening right there. I'm the lead in this game right now for gem income. I just calculated. I'm getting a total of about 108 gems right now per turn, and really, I have not had an income this ridiculous before, and I'm not even using rituals to get gems or anything, or like I don't have like a global enchantment that's giving me gems. I just have this just from all the remote site searching I've been doing. And anyways, so the province I was gonna attack, number 62, was taken by MZ2. He just sent in one of his cursed idols, and it's not really much to look at. He has this cursed idol, has a ring of shock res, so it deals with all the spring hawks. This thing is only air magic. It tanks out everything. What essentially happens is it gets through, it gets past turn 100 in a combat, and everything just runs away from battle. And I think usually there's supposed to be like a kill timer, like after like a certain turn, everything just dies. Essentially, the Independence, everything managed to leave, which killed everything. I guess it killed everything except for the cursed idol here. And yeah, they're not gonna penetrate through this at all. It's yeah, there's not much the Independence can do to it, and yeah, obviously we see here the idol managed to just essentially kill everything as we hear the horror sound just go past the battle end screen. We have Vanheim. So this is all from the Ragnarok spell, and looks like the player has apologized for casting it since he did not want to uh, make enemies with more people than necessary. And it is what it is. We're just doing our best to ignore him for now. It's just a slight nuisance. And then we still have these skirmishes going with Ignite versus Ulms happening right here. We were defeated. We were attacking Vadaheim, I guess, but I don't have confirmation if we're actually at war with this nation or not. Like it's just like skirmishes that are going off left and right, but yeah, really nothing to talk about this turn. It's late, and I guess we can see what happened here. I didn't look at this. So we have this Wraith Lord unequipped, and then we just have a Bloodgath, which is essentially a Demon Knight with regeneration, it seems. Super Flesh, Iron Skin, Summon Earth Power, just boost forward. Okay, I guess they just kind of play a bit of, yeah, it's just a joust they kind of do. And oh my goodness, this is a bit of a sludge fest, isn't it? Okay, so what ends up happening, I can see already, they're both whiffing off of each other. But this guy has regeneration. The Ignite unit does not. So that's also immortal, so yeah, this guy can definitely raid provinces. You know, I am super curious if this is just a joust at the Ignite setup with Ulm, just to see who has the better immortal. Let's see. Meditation, Mistform, Skeletal Body. Yeah. I don't even know what to really say about this, but other than... Yeah. It was a joust, or a duel between two immortal knights. And the victory goes to the defender. So I'm basically just going to breach the last of inmate Statis's fort, and this should most likely take him out of the game. I have all these. This entire army doesn't know what they are going to do now. I'm just gonna have them research for now, or cast various rituals, or craft something. I'm gonna send the bulk of the sacred and like just all the main troops to this province and try to patrol away the demon disease that's occurring here, and so I can start building a fort, so I can start reaping, getting these adepts of Golden Orbs. They're gonna, I feel like they're gonna be pretty useful in battle. And plus, so I can secure the crazy amount of gems I'm getting from this province. Oops, I should probably mention this to MZ2 to put some PD here. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm cloud trapezing about 5 giants onto this throne. It's going to be a blind jump. I'm too lazy to wait, but I trust 5 giants should be enough to deal with it, and if they don't, then whoops. But it's going to be a Zeus, Titan of Heaven. They are Earth, air mages. Um, we got Springhawks, Icarids, Wolf-Tribe Warriors, Griffins, and for the most part, I just need a Thunder Res. And look, this unit right here has 20 Shock Res. MZ2's Idol has had about 20 Shock Res. This is a little bit lower. 10 Shock Res. But they're also going to have a lot of regen. It's a slight gamble. But honestly, I feel like having all 5 of them, they should be able to deal with most everything here. And if I lose the units, then it was just a fun little experiment. But that also means I'm gonna be a little bit less defensible against this potential invading army. And really, I don't have much else to say. Like, as I said, this is an extremely short turn. Oh, let me just put that in real quick. This is an extremely short turn. I made sure they're not casting Iron Skin, instead they're casting Stone Skin. And I guess, instead of casting Flying Shield, I could maybe have him cast, what is it? Elemental Fortitude? But I don't know, I really, yeah. I don't think it's necessary, but we'll find out next turn, which will be the next video, which will probably come out in about a month or so from you guys seeing this video. So I guess stay tuned for that. But I guess I'll see you for the turn 49.